Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. My name is Sunny. I am your host. I am here with my co-host, Caleb.
Hello.
And the one, the only, the very special avian individual, Mr. Giant Skyhawk. What is up, dude?
Hello, it's good. Just wrapped up a surprise early birthday dinner with the family, and then Sunny messaged me and was like, you gotta answer some questions. So I was like, alright, let's do it.
Yeah, we got some questions that need answers, buddy. Happy early birthday, by the way. I don't know, is it tomorrow? Because if it's tomorrow, then just happy birthday, because that's when this will go out.
No, it's the 27th. Yeah.
Oh, I just realized that my mom's birthday is in 2 days. Oh, I need to get.
I'm glad I said something.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
Well, anyway, happy birthday to you, Giant Skyhawk. But thank you for coming on. That's what I'm trying to say. But thank you for coming on today's episode of the podcast. We have some fun stuff planned for today's episode. We have a new segment that we are doing called Cope or Cracked. This segment is where we talk about some of the choices that people are making in the meta with their deck building. Specifically, we'll talk about a few individual cards and whether or not we think that they're cope, as in, it's like, should you really be playing it? Probably not. Or they're cracked, in which case, yeah, you should definitely be playing this card in your deck. So, before we get too much farther in, let's go ahead and take just a moment to thank all of the Patreons. So, a huge thank you to Cam Yang, Austin Johnson, Salix, Kane Martin, Gate Guardian Support, HGH Cyber, Marshawn Jones, Witchcraft Domain 2022, Zyphorus, Zephyrus, AD, Aaron Gardner, Anthony Leela, Branded Fart, Brandon, Cult of the Eldritch Gummy Bear, Damian Zink, Dank Nugs, Invoked Fart, Leedle Lee, Mountain Man, Nico Gal, number 1, bottom text.
Those are all amazing.
That's a new one.
That last one's pretty good. That last one is pretty incredible.
That's a new one. Owen Alvarado, Pig, Rudolph, Sneaky Links, Unbanned number 95, Konami, Virtually Savior's World, What Does Pot of Greed Do? Yadagarasu is my dual spirit, and now unbanned. Zingas Khan, Max C solves combo, Nordic Best Deck, Old Man Red, Ray Powell, Wreck Rap, Rip Adaemancipator, True. Shockmaster did nothing wrong, and Slaking it up. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the podcast. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to Mr. Tanner G for your 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Awesome content, 5 stars, great fellows with awesome knowledge about the game, relaxing and fun to listen to. I would agree that we are relaxing and fun to listen to. The rest, I don't know about. I like
between
saying
the three of us, I think we have a competent player.
Well, I just like saying funny things because I like hearing you laugh. It's very enjoyable.
Okay. That's why I'm here.
You're an enjoyable personality.
All right. Yeah, that's what we do, I guess.
All right, so let's go ahead and take just a moment before we get any farther in.
Get a quick word from our news sponsor.
So a huge thank you to Dragon Shield Sleeves and Accessories. Dragon Shield is a wonderful TCG accessory maker, most notable for their sleeves. They make sleeves in a wide variety of colors, but they also make deck boxes, play mats, and things of that sort. I don't know if you can hear this right here, what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's a good shuffle. Oh yeah.
Just a wonderful shuffle feel of matte sleeve against matte sleeve. Highly recommended. It's what we've both been using for a while now. It's pretty much since we got back in the game.
Yeah, because they're available pretty much everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Including at our affiliate link in the description down below.
Yes.
They also offer the Yugioh, the Japanese size clear oversleeves. So
they fit very snugly over the actual Japanese size regular Dragon Shields.
Yes.
Japanese size Dragon Shields rather. So if you get like the artwork, I would recommend getting these to put on top, protect that artwork from getting scratched up.
Yes. I've also found that so like if you're using OCG sleeves, like I have some really cool OCG Kaya sleeves. And if you use the really snug oversleeves over the OCG art sleeves, it actually works out really well because I feel like the OCG art sleeves are a little bit thinner. So if you want to protect them, this is really honestly a great way to do it. I really like this product a lot, and we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it if it wasn't a product that we're confident in. I think that Dragon Shield is probably the best sleeves that you can buy for the money that you're paying.
Oh, easily.
And they probably have the widest and most diverse range of
colors and
products.
Yep.
So, also, if you're interested in receiving some Dragon Shield products from us, courtesy of Dragon Shield, be sure to go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We're going to be doing a Twitter giveaway where we give away some sleeves and some deck boxes, maybe some perfect fit sleeves, some oversleeves. We'll probably let the winners choose kind of what colors and stuff they want. But huge thank you to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the podcast. Be sure to check them out. Their affiliate link is in the description down below. And now the affiliate link should work for both North American and EU buyers. So
now let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this new segment, Cope or Cracked. It's something that we thought of kind of on the fly. I say on the fly. We thought about it a few days ago, but it's something that I think we're going to enjoy. So, like I said, the whole concept of this particular segment is to take the tech cards that people are playing in some of the more meta decks, or just in general, and decide whether we think that they're really worth playing right now. Because people can put in tech cards and cool cards, but that doesn't mean they're good.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, let's start with a card that is the entire reason that this segment got started, which is White Aura Whale. So, for those that don't know, White Aura Whale is a level 8 water synchro monster, and it reads: Fish synchro effect, 1 water tuner, 1 or more non-tuner water monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, you can destroy all your opponent's attack position monsters. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can banish 1 other water monster from your graveyard, special on this card, and if you do, it's treated as a tuner. So, essentially, it can work as a board breaker, it can work as a combo enabler, it can work as a OTK enabler, and it also allows the Sword Soul deck to play under Goes In Match, which is pretty interesting, because that's a thing that the deck struggles very much to do.
Oh yeah. Now keep in mind that to summon this thing, as it only requires water-type tuners and non-tuners, Moyi and the Sword Soul tuner tokens are both water.
Right, or if you're running Shithana, you can also do it with Shithana.
Yeah.
So, like, if your Moyi gets ogred, and you have, like, an Ashina, then you can use Ashina to get Shithana and go into White Aura Whale, potentially. Yep. But I think that's the biggest reason that it's played, actually, is because it's a way to play under Goes In Match, which the deck currently doesn't have a way to do. So,
yep. Honestly, I think this is pretty good. Like, a lot of people even right now are actually starting to think about side decking stuff like Raigeki, and to be able to pull out a Raigeki under something like Goes In Match, which is usually what somebody has like as a backup to their board, people are going to like let your Moyi resolve and then flip the Goes In Match, right? Because they're going to do that on resolution to lock you. And the only other like target that's maybe worth playing is Dragite, but if you're making Dragite into a board where they've already activated Goes In Match, your opponent's monsters can out it. But your opponent's monsters probably are having a harder time outing something like White Aura Whale. Like, the fact that it recycles itself, the fact that it can attack twice, it does piercing, so it gets you closer to lethal while you're trying to dig for your Vishuda or anything else.
It can also be a valid board-breaking option.
Yep, exactly. And, yeah, like the fact that it just destroys its Lightning Storm on summon. But the interesting thing, too, is the recycle of this card is not once per turn. So, like, they keep it so long as you have extra waters in your grave, whether that's the water Tenyi or you're able to dump another copy of Moyi with something. This just keeps coming back and is a really like a problem for opponents to get over. I don't think this is Cope. I think this is Cracked.
I think the card's very cool. I'm testing it out right now in my list. I haven't had it come up yet, but I also haven't tested a bunch with it either. I've only done a handful of games, but it feels like a really good option because I think if I'm under Gozen, I would like to have an option to play offensively or defensively, I'm actually running both Dragite and White Aura Whale.
My only issue with White Aura Whale is the fact that it's a fish, not a worm. Other than that exact thing, because that means if your opponent waits for you to do Vishuda, you can't summon it. That's my only issue.
What do you mean Vishuda?
Not Vishuda.
Ashina?
Ashina, thank you. I get them all mixed up.
That's fair.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's literally my only issue with it.
Right, so if you use Ashina to pull Ashitana, then you can't go into White Aura.
Yeah, that is literally my only issue with it.
That's valid. It is.
Outside of that, I think it's cracked.
I almost wish that there was something in between Cope and Cracked.
Yeah.
But alas, that is not the name of the segment.
Well, you know what? I would still classify it as cracked with that with that little asterisk.
Yeah.
I think if we have to pick one, I'm leaning towards cracked, just because it's not like it's actively bad to play. Like, I could imagine scenarios where you just make this going second, even if there's not a goes in match, because it just happens to clear a board specifically.
And also, if you already have like a really crazy hand, it forces interaction from your opponent, and then you just once you have forced all their interaction with something like this, then that's when you cool, special Ecclesia, cool, activate Longyan. It really does make your opponent do something.
Yeah,
it makes it do something twice. It comes back if they get rid of it. They have to deal with it twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And again, then it also threatens the OTK by its very existence.
Yeah.
He's like Kijing Longyan, the level 10 new synchro. He's just a gigantic jerk.
Yeah. Sometimes making a gummy difficult board state is better than trying to go for a clean out that can get shut down. Because it buys you more time, and it means somebody might make mistakes. So I'm leaning towards cracked, but it could be cool.
And putting your opponent in a board state that they're really unfamiliar with is sometimes really advantageous. So I'm going to lean towards cracked, and I could be coping, but because I'm a Sword Soul player playing the card.
That's the segment.
Yeah. But I mean, it seems like all the
you did it.
Not cope, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean cracked.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 for 3. That's impressive. I wasn't expecting 3 for 3 on the very first one. All right, next we have Beyond the Pendulum. So, for those that don't know, Beyond the Pendulum is the new Pendulum card. It's a new Pendulum Link 2 out of Dimension Force. It reads 2 effect monsters, including a Pendulum monster. If this card is link summoned in the extra monster zone, you can pay 1,200 life points. Add 1 Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. But for the rest of this turn, unless you Pendulum summon after this effect resolves, you cannot activate monster effects. And the effects of any cards in your Pendulum zones are negated. If 2 monsters with different original levels are Pendulum summoned at the same time to the zones this card points to, you can target 2 cards on the field, destroy them. You can only use this effect of Beyond the Pendulum once per turn. I think this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think when we're asking the question if Beyond the Pendulum was cracked or cope, I think if we're just talking about the card, I think the card is cracked. It's mini Electromite. Obviously, the restriction of having to Pendulum summon before being able to use any other effects is a big deal. But this is a tool that helps break boards going second, and increase combo ceiling. I think what we're really asking here is if it is cope to be playing Pendulum. Now that Beyond the Pendulum...
You read my mind! I was just about to say that!
I'm sorry, I'm stealing the thunder. So that feels to me like the question that we're really asking. I think the deck is really cool if it is piloted at a high level. There's a lot of really interesting tech you can play, and there's a lot of very deep technical play aspects to it. But I do think it probably leans towards cope, just because you are having to play that at such a high skill ceiling to do well that it is very difficult to justify unless you're somebody who has been either one-tricking it for ages or somebody who is willing to put in the time to learn all of the little interactions that matter there. So I am leaning towards Cope, but I think the card is cracked.
So pendulums as a game mechanic right now are Cope, but this card is cracked.
I think that's a pretty reasonable take. What do you think, Caleb?
Oh no, I completely agree. Now I'm going to declare the card itself Cope, but only because of
it's a pendulum.
Only because it's a pendulum card. Right now, pendulums are Cope.
I will also declare the card Cope, and here's why. This card is getting hailed as the new Electromite, and it's just not. Electromite is one of the most powerful Link monsters to ever exist. It's one of the most powerful enablers out there, at least for what it does, right? Obviously, there are more powerful Link monsters, and there are more powerful effect monsters in banned Links. Look at things like Summon Sorceress, Topologic... Is it Topologic Bomber or Gumblar that's banned?
Gumblar is the banned one.
Yeah, look at things like Topologic Gumblar. Look at things like
Agrabah.
Right, exactly. Agrabah, Pisty.
Nightmare Goblin.
Pisty. Yeah, Nightmare Goblin, not Pisty, LP.
Yeah.
It's not the most powerful in general, like Summon Sorc, things like that. Like you said, Nightmare Goblin and Mermaid. It's not the most powerful. It's not. But Electromite, for what it does, for what its intended use is, I don't think there's many cards that are better at their intended use. And this new card, Beyond the Pendulum's intended use is to replace Electromite, and it won't. And I think that's why it's Cope.
That's all incredibly valid.
Yes, the creation of the card itself was copium.
Yeah,
is what we are getting at here. I can get on board with that. I think I am going to say that the card is cracked. I think in a vacuum it's really good. And like, if we're talking about cracked versus Cope on the card, then I think I have to say cracked because it's really good and it makes Pendulum a better deck. Like, there's no argument that it doesn't make it a better deck by having the option. But if we're asking the question of the wider scope of, is it worth putting the time in to learn Pendulum, I would probably say Cope.
Right. Absolutely.
Maybe closer. I'm closer to cracked than you guys, but I think I will join the Cope bandwagon on this one.
Like I said, I think the card's effect is pretty good. It is, but its intended function within the game is kind of Cope.
Yeah.
So
yeah, overall, I don't think so. So yeah, looks like we're.
Yep. So we have what? We're pretty much Cope on that.
Yeah.
I think we can unite.
Yeah. Next we have Therian King Regulus.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So I'll just read the effect. That way people know. Again, this is another new card out of Dimension Force. You can only use each of the following effects of Therian King Regulus once per turn. He's a level 8 machine, 2800 attack, 16 defense. You can target one Therian monster or one machine monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that monster to this card. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send one Therian monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard and negate that effect. A Therian monster equipped to this card gains 700 attack. Also, it can activate the second effect listed above as if it were Therian King Regulus. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this one because I'm going to be honest, I'm completely undecided here.
Let's see.
It reads cracked,
Very much so.
but not in its own deck.
No. Well, it has to be in a Therian deck. Yes. It
doesn't. It could be in any machine deck.
Well, no, because its second effect only works in Therians.
Yeah, but you can just send himself.
That's true.
So,
Field, yeah.
in terms of, I'm kind of where Sunny is, right? Because I think, and like obviously people are having it up. The price is insane. It's gone from like $60 in pre-sale to something like $100. It's like
it's like 90.
At least
Yes.
in Maple. Well, okay, but I live in the land of Maple money, so my numbers.
Literal money that smells like maple syrup.
True, occasionally.
Occasionally.
I think the card is cracked, but if you want to look at like its place in the overall meta, I'm leaning towards Cope. There's because we had a lot of regionals over the weekend and a lot of WCQs, and there was just not a lot of Regulus around. One caveat to that is that the set did just release, and the card is expensive. Price is absolutely a factor in this not having results yet.
Another issue I have is that this card's only usable in 2 decks. Any machine deck, well, which is more than one deck.
It's
2 types of decks.
Yeah, 2 types of decks. Either machine or pure, or not pure, but Therian itself. Because it needs a Therian or a machine to pitch to special it.
Also, I think it's usable in the plant deck, right?
Yes, because Lily is a plant. So the Sun Avalon and the Plant Link pile as separate decks do play. We'll probably be playing Regulus at some amount.
They also play the Plant Therian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe I believe she searches it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the main machine decks that play this, obviously the Earth Machine pile plays this.
ABC.
ABC and ABC can play like Theory and Brave ABC, so that's definitely, those 2 decks are both rogue contenders. The plant decks are playing this, and there is a deck doing very well on DB right now. It is Dragon Link Predaplant Chaos Therian, and it is using
cards. It has to be.
Yeah, to be honest, it looks terrifying. That deck ends on like Hot Red Apo Savage. Zombie Vampire Mills Therian King, or you can go for the sub board of that, but you lose the Savage Dragon, but you play the level 6 Aromage Synchro to search the trap card, Dried Winds, I think it's called. And so if they droplet you flip up the Dried Winds so that you can hot red the droplet.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yes, it's kind of like Woodwork right now, but it's starting to gain some traction online. It is an expensive deck, so I don't know if it will have as much traction in person, but there's a reason this card is spiking in price so much, and that's because people are playing the decks, but because people weren't able to get it in time for a lot of the regionals and the WCQs that happened or the nationals rather, that happened this weekend, we're not seeing it in those lists because people don't have it. So I am going to say cracked. I think this card has a lot of potential, even though it's not seeing as much play now, it will. So I am saying cracked. You're right.
I was leaning cracked before you gave your reasoning and logic there, mainly because I think that the card is techable and accessible in enough other strategies and it's splashable in enough different strategies that it will find its place somewhere in a top tier meta strategy. I feel pretty confident about that. I think that we're going to see the plant deck top Hartford this weekend. Now saying that might be cope, but the plant deck is really cool. I don't think it's any worse than B Trooper was at its height. How's that?
I think that's an excellent comparison. What do you think, Caleb?
Oh no, this card is absolutely crap. Because I completely forgot that the plant one searches for the king. Yeah,
so you have the Sun Avalon Link Climbing Plant deck.
Yeah, that I think can generically search for plants.
Yeah, Lone Fire is at 3.
Yeah, exactly, and Lone Fire is at 3. And Lone Fire gets you into the plant of Therian, which grabs this guy, send the plant Therian, special this dude. You got it. Lone Fire turns into a negate.
Yeah, and Aromaseraphy Jasmine is now a $10 plus card and on the climb.
Yeah.
So it means a lot of people are looking at this.
What is that card called?
Aromaseraphy Jasmine. It is the plant Link 2, if you're familiar with it. It is really, really strong. You tribute anything that you tribute anything it points to special summon any plant from your deck.
What?
Yeah, and it's not once per turn.
How do you spell that?
Aromaseraphy, so Aroma.
Oh, I typed in ARO and
SER. Yeah, Aromaseraphy Jasmine is the Link monster. Plant Link has been playing this forever. I actually played Plant Link for a short time in Link Cross format. There's a little bit of Skyhawk lore for people, but you make it with 2 plants. And you tribute literally anything it points to, special summon any plant from your deck in defense. Oh, actually, it is hard once per turn, but it also has the effect where if you gain life points, which a lot of the plant stuff does, you can add any plant from your deck to your hand. So it tutors any plant from your deck, and also if you decide to play some of the life point gain stuff, you can search more plants.
And my bulk is already coming in the clutch because I have it all figured out and I pulled 3 out already.
You're doing this live on the podcast? You're literally digging through your bulk while we're doing this segment. Sunny.
Not anymore, I'm not. I'm done now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I already had it sorted out by Link Ultra.
Yeah, he just had to reach over, grab the stack, and...
See? I mean, we're here. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I can't believe this.
Yeah, but I think all three of us are in agreement here that this card is absolutely cracked.
Yeah, I think
sure.
It's just to the extent I don't think we know, but it is cracked.
I want to see plants top this weekend so badly.
I think that would be cool.
Honestly,
I've been a long time.
Yeah, I've been kind of. Me and a friend of mine have kind of talked a lot about the possibilities of Plant Link. I think between the generic Plant Link deck and the Sun Avalon Link deck, we're going to see some of it this weekend.
We're
ready for it.
It has always had the tools. There is everything in that deck. There are extenders in the form of stuff like Rose Lover and Rose Girl. There's like brick replacements like Flower Bot. So I totally agree.
All right, let's move on to the last card.
Mm-hmm.
Change of Heart. So, this card obviously was unbanned on the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list. It has drawn a lot of comparisons to Mind Control, which does not currently see a lot of meta play. But, notably, it's not Mind Control, it's Change of Heart. It's a different card. And notably from that, it's a better card.
It's Mind Control without any of the restrictions that Mind Control has. You can attack with the monster, you can tribute it.
And I think, does the new Mind Control, because it got an errata, does it negate effect? I don't know.
I think you're thinking of Brain Control. Brain Control is the card that got the errata, where you can only take a normal summoned, a monster that could be normal summoned or set. Mind Control, I believe it's take, but negate its effects, and also you can't attack.
Regardless, this does not negate effects. It does not keep it from being tributed.
Yeah,
it does not keep it from anything. It's just good. And I think it's Cope.
I think it's a Kobe Saki one of.
I see you laughing.
I'm laughing because I agree, but I know people who disagree. I know Mr. Lennon famously has the take that players shying away from powerful one-ofs are going about it in an illogical way. I also think this card is Cope, but mostly because I think the effect is actually not that great. Like, Tactics Talent obviously has like a trickier activation condition, but that card's effect to take is so much better simply because it doesn't target. Change of Heart can force a disruption, but there are a lot of situations where it's bad, and I feel like in your side deck, unless you are specifically planning to have a take effect, so like if you're like, okay, I'm going second, and I know that I want to take my opponent's monsters to link climb in this format, 3 triple Tactics Talent, 1 Mind Control, 1 Change of Heart, 5 of them, you're seeing one every time. There it's good, but as a one-off, I think it's Cope. It's not good enough.
It's not consistent enough to rely upon. It is not... It, like you said, it's going to force interaction, but so would a 3 of like Raigeki.
I was about to say.
So that's my thought.
But then also for Geki Resolves, it can actually put you in a much better position than just skilling one of your opponent's monsters and they still have like two or 3 others.
Yeah, I think the card's Cope. Wow, we all just said Change of Heart being legal in the TCG and being played as Cope. That's crazy.
It's weird. It's good, but I just don't think it's good enough.
It's the craziest part to me is that when we did our ban list review, I really felt like Change of Heart was an unnecessary, huge tempo swing card that there's no reason for it to be legal in the TCG. And I think that there is still some validity to that it is a Saki one of, but I don't think it'll have the same time on the limited list that Snatch Steal did when a Snatch Steal got unbanned in 2015 for one format and rebanned. So, you know, I don't think it'll get rebanned immediately, but if it starts to become a major problem in meta relevant play, it's possible.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Very much.
You compare it to like Imperial Order, right? Like there are a lot
Exactly
of ways.
Yeah.
There are a lot of ways that you even like Harpy's Feather Duster, right? Like Duster is like a Saki one of, fine, but a lot of those cards exist already. Change of Heart, it's a Saki one of, but you can engineer a board state to play around Change of Heart, or at least not lose like super bad to it. Something like Imperial Order, you can't. So like,
Right.
I don't think Change of Heart is that impactful.
I would agree.
Oh yeah.
Cope.
The card's cope. That's crazy.
It is entirely.
It is nuts. It feels weird to say.
Yeah. All right, let's get on into the most fun part of the episode. So obviously we started our trivia segment with Pack last episode, I think. It was just last episode.
Yeah, it feels like it.
But now we want to do some trivia with a man with more useless knowledge and information than just about anybody I can think of. And that's you.
Yeah. I'm on the list. It's probably like myself, Aki, MBT, and Hardleg probably have the most nonsense knowledge.
I think the person that I'm most scared to have on this segment is Joe Giolando.
Oh yeah. Before we do that though,
That guy knows everything. That's true.
Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb did just lead me in though, and I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Because we do have another sponsor we gotta talk about real quick.
Yep. A huge thank you to our other sponsor, ETB Games. They are our locals in Alexandria, Louisiana. They are your one-stop shop for all of your card game needs. They have all of your sleeves, deck boxes, binders, playmats, etc., and as well as singles and sealed product for the card games that you love, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Digimon, and more. And of course, they also have all of your painted and non-painted figurines. They have paint for the non-painted figurines. They have all of your books, your mats, everything that you need for tabletop games, as well as a place to play them. If you are interested in ETB Games and their monthly Enter the Battlefield, what are they called? The
Tournament City Days, I think.
No, Battle City.
City Days.
Yep, the Battle City Tournament Days. Be sure to check them out. Their link is in the description down below. So,
you can also buy Dragon Shield there.
Yes, you can. So,
I love a happy ending.
Well, it's about to not be a happy ending when we start asking these questions. So.
That's true. Yeah.
Let's jump right on into the segment. So, let's go ahead and on to. Are you ready, Giant Skyhawk?
No, but let's do it.
So, Pack got 7.5 out of 10, which is weird, but there may be some like half points here. I know we have a couple of questions specifically that have bonus points involved, so it's a hard quiz, but you have the opportunity for some extra credit. So,
all right, so I have a chance to end with at least a half point. That's cool. All right.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna start. We tried to structure it a way that was a little bit easier because last time we jumped in right into the deep end and it was ridiculously difficult. But I think this question is a bit more manageable. So, number one. Name the first 3 sets from the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG in order.
Okay. So are we talking sets as in like main sets? Or
Yeah,
just,
the first 3 core sets in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG.
The first 3 core sets in order. Okay. Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes, that is one.
That's LOB. That's the first one.
Right.
And then I believe it is Magic Ruler. Is the second. Spell Ruler, I believe it was changed later, but it was initially Magic Ruler as MRD. I might be wrong about that being the second one.
What did you say the abbreviation was?
Isn't it MRD, or would that be Metal Raiders? I have no idea. Old school's not my thing.
I will say MRD is Metal Raiders and Magic Ruler is MRL.
MRL. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's Magic Ruler is the second one, and the third one I have no idea. I want to say it's Labyrinth of Nightmare, but I'm probably wrong about that. It might be Metal Raiders. I'm gonna say the third one is Labyrinth of Nightmare, but I know I'm wrong. So I'm gonna say final answer: Legend of Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Magic Ruler, and Labyrinth of Nightmare.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We tried to give you a bone early.
I don't know this stuff.
Oh no! It's okay. It's okay. I know you're gonna get some later.
The correct answer is Legend of Blue Eyes. You got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Metal Raiders, and then Magic Ruler.
Well, it was Metal Raiders in there. Okay, yeah.
That's why you said Magic Ruler. You know, MRD, and I was like, MRD is right, but Magic Ruler's not.
I don't know. I don't know why Metal Raiders is just like erased from my memory entirely. Because isn't Labyrinth of Nightmares the fourth set, right?
Oh, I didn't research that far.
Yeah, neither did I.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't know why, but I always I can never remember where Metal Raiders is in that timeline. So it makes sense that I missed this actually.
So I just looked it up real quick because I had to know. Labyrinth of Nightmare is indeed okay. I'm sorry. Legend of Blue Eyes, Metal Raiders, then Magic Ruler, then Pharaoh's Servant, then
Pharaoh's Servant, then Labyrinth of Nightmare. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I roast me in the comments, old heads. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I just figured you'd watch enough progression series by now to know.
The first episodes have just been a blur. They're not real anymore.
All right.
Second question. What 1850 attack monster was first released as ultra rare in the first tournament?
As an ultra rare in the first tournament pack? Oh, that would be Mechanical Chaser.
That is correct.
That is correct.
That's it. See, like I said, we're throwing bones.
That one actually was a bone. Because that's like, if you watch like I think any Yu-Gi-Oh documentary on YouTube, somebody will talk about Mechanical Chaser.
Do you know how much it was when it first released?
Wasn't it like $200, something silly like that?
I hear 300 usually, but I mean, it could have been two. I don't know. I wasn't at locals, so
I believe in the Swag Kage documentary that he's released about like the 2-hour one about the first segment or stuff. He has House of
Champs.
That's
a good documentary, by the way.
Yes, absolutely phenomenal video. You should watch it. But it's I think House of Champs was talking about the price of Mechanical Chaser, so that's why I know this.
Gotcha. Well, the next question is very targeted.
Okay.
So,
all right.
What exactly would you say you're most known for in the Yu-Gi-Oh community? Really, like on a competitive level.
Probably Dino, just in terms of like my competitive success. Recently, it's been Fluffle, but if you're talking like the totality of my limited presence online, probably Dinosaur.
Well, we've got questions for both, but this one's for Fluffle.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, as people know, the Fluffle monsters, the main deck monsters, the fairies, they fuse with the Edge Imp monsters to make the Fright Fur fusions.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these Fright Fur fusions exist in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? And you get a bonus point if you can name them all.
Okay. Oh my god. I know I'm going to miss one. Because I won't know the exact name of it. I'll start with the ones I know for sure, because they're the only ones worth playing. There's a lot of bad ones.
True.
Okay, so the ones that I currently play. So Fright Fur Cruel Whale is one. Fright Fur a Tiger is 2. Fright Fur Kraken is 3. Fright Fur Sabretooth is 4. Fright Fur Wolf is 5.
Yep.
Fright Fur Sheep is 6. Fright Fur Bear is 7. Fright Fur Leo is 8.
Yep.
Fright Fur Daredevil is 9.
You're only missing 2.
I gave
away the answer.
No, you didn't. I had it. I actually had it. Fright Fur Chimera is whatever number we were at. And then the last one is Dangerous Fright Fur Dangerous Nightmare or Dangerous Nightmare Fright Fur. I can't remember the order that those 3 words are in. But
You got 'em all.
those are the three. Yep.
Yeah,
Did I
you
get
just
all of them?
named them all.
Oh, okay,
All of them.
cool. I thought I was gonna miss one for sure.
I did not even know Nightmare existed.
You shouldn't. It's terrible.
Yeah, Caleb gave me the effect while I was at work today, while we're trying to make questions, and I was like, "This card sucks."
Yeah.
It's really bad. Like the only ones worth playing, in any capacity are Sheep is not playable anymore, but it was playable in Zodiac format specifically.
Notably, this is Fright for Sheep. Fluffle Sheep is still playable.
Fluffle Sheep is very strong, actually. Whale is insane. Then obviously, like there's like the usual ones you play. Wolf is like a funny OTK tool, but it's win more. The only other one that has any use whatsoever is Fright for Daredevil, because it's an Eradicator epidemic virus target.
Literally.
The rest of them are just not worth considering ever.
By the way, it is dangerous Fright for Nightmare.
Dangerous Fright for Nightmare. Okay, I knew it was those three words. I always get them mixed up just because that's the only one that has Fright for at a different point. I know it's not the first word, but
yeah. Well, that is 2 points.
Yeah.
Because you got a bonus point for getting them all right.
Already better than I thought I was going to do. Let's go.
Okay.
So at this point, you're at 3 points.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Question 4.
All right.
Plunder patrols are supposed to have ships for each attribute. 3 are missing. What are the 3 attributes that are missing?
Divine, Wind, and Earth.
Oh, wait.
I didn't even think about Divine. There's 4 missing.
What?
Hold on.
Did
we do our research wrong on this?
Well, okay. So Blackbeard is not a ship.
Correct.
So in that case, Blackbeard is a water. So that is the other attribute that would be missing.
So can you say them all again?
Yeah. So Divine, Earth, Wind, and Water.
Correct.
If you don't count Blackbeard as a ship.
Yeah.
I wasn't counting Blackbeard as a ship when I made the question.
Shout out to the captain.
All right, number 5. It's gonna get a little harder here. I'm not gonna lie.
I assumed it would be more difficult.
Number 5, Starter Deck Link Strike released on July the 21st of 2017. The deck contained the first 3 Link monsters in the TCG.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
Okay, Decode Talker is one of them, obviously. One of them is Honeybot. And the reason I know this is extremely stupid.
Dang it. I really thought that this was going to be a way more challenging.
The problem is I'm actually having trouble with the third one. I know Honeybot, but I know that it points out. I know it points to the right and it points to the left. I know those are the arrows. But for the life of me, I cannot remember what this card is called. I know it came super... It's not Lance Ferincus, because Lance Ferincus points down with arrows. But, oh my god, why can I remember Honeybot, but I can't remember this card?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Like, it's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Because it hasn't been played in so long. Unless I'm, like, totally insane and I'm thinking about the wrong card. Because, oh my god, it's not Pentastag, because Pentastag was in the Codebreaker structure deck. And it's not Link Revo, because that came later. Proxy... Is it Proxy Dragon? Oh my god. Decode Talker, Honeybot.
I'm gonna let you walk through this in your head.
I think it is Proxy Dragon. I'm probably wrong about this.
Final answer?
But yeah, my final answer is Decode Talker, Honeybot, and Proxy Dragon.
Unbelievably, you got Decode Talker and Honeybot right. The 2 harder ones, in my opinion. You missed the easiest one. Link Spider.
Was it really Link Spider?
Yeah!
Oh, I thought Link Spider was in Codebreaker. Oh.
Nope. I will say this. Let me look it up real quick, just to be sure.
I thought for sure it was Proxy Dragon, but
it is for sure Link Spider. I have it pulled up right here.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I would never have guessed Link Spider, so I guess I just got owned.
And what's crazy was I was expecting you to miss Honeybot because that's a really obscure card.
No, I know about Honeybot because specifically because it is bad. And the reason that I know it's in the first structure deck is just because I remember when like Lynx came out, Honeybot was one of the first revealed. But I totally forgot. I thought for sure it was Proxy Dragon and not Link Spider. So that's fascinating, actually.
Well,
wild.
You still have your 4 points.
I still got my points. I'll keep them. I'll keep them in the back pocket.
That's it. Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
In the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's lore, the Earthbound Immortals were a major antagonist. How many of these Earthbound Immortals were there? Bonus points for naming them all.
Okay. For the anime. Are we talking about ones that just appeared in the anime, or are we just talking like all of the
ones that have been printed in the TCG?
Ones that have been printed in the TCG. Okay, so I'll start with the 2 that I have ultis of because they're gorgeous. Earthbound Immortal Chaku Chalhua.
You're really about to get this, aren't you?
I might actually. So the reason actually is my twin brother, when we were playing the TCG when we were younger, played Earthbound Immortal Malefics on Dueling Network when we were playing there. Because he would lose to literally everything, but Kleeport had no way to beat any of the Earthbound Immortals because you could run it over towers couldn't beat them. So you would like lose to everything, but you'd auto beat Kleeport. It was terrible. It was
That's
bad.
Awesome. It's hilarious.
It was really funny. Yeah, but anyway, so Earthbound Immortal Chaku Chalhua is one. Earthbound Immortal Uru is the other one I have an ulti of. That's the one that can take. Chaku Chalhua has a funny effect. You can switch to skip your opponent's battle phase and burn them every turn. It's like stall card.
That is funny.
Yeah. Then there's Earthbound Immortal Asla Piscu, which is famously been used in a lot of FTKs.
Yep.
Involving Black Garden. Then there's Earthbound Immortal Wuchokra Raska. I definitely said that wrong, but it was played as a meme tech in Flunder because it's a winged beast board wipe. Or it's a hand loop, actually. It's a hand loop, not a board wipe.
Yeah.
Then there's Earthbound Immortal. It's the big blue guy. I have to remember the name. It's a C. Oh, Earthbound Immortal Kapakapu. That's the big blue guy that was used in OTK builds. The monkey. I don't think I know the name of the monkey, and that's going to kill me. So I might have to sacrifice points and get the number, because it's the monkey that I can't remember the name of. It's the green one. It's got a green outline. I know that, but I don't know the
That's
name
wrong.
of the card. Oh, is it wrong? I thought for sure the monkey had a green outline.
The green one is you've already named, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Green one might be Asla Piscu.
It's not.
I don't. Okay.
That's orange.
So I don't know the name of the monkey, so I'm gonna have to just go for the number. So I need to circle back real quick. Kapakapu, Chokoraska, Uru, Chaku Chalhua.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'm trying to read these names while you're saying that. Let's just start over.
Okay. So Earthbound Immortal, Kapakapu. That's the big blue guy, the big like clay doll looking chunk.
The giant.
Yes. Then there's Uru, which is the red insect.
The spider.
The spider. Yes. There's Chaku Chalhua, which is the big whale.
Yes.
There's Chokra Raska, which is the winged beast hand loop. It's like purple, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Asla Piscu, which is like orange yellow-ish, and that's the FTK enabler. Then there is there's the monkey, which I don't know the name of, but that's 6. And I think am I missing one more? A 6. I'm pretty sure there's monkey. I think there's 7 of them, because there's the monkey, and there's one more that I think I am not mentioning. I am going to say final answer. Is there one aside from the monkey outside of the other 5 that I named? Okay, I'm going to gamble because I think I am missing one more and I'm insane. I'm going to say that there are 7. Final answer.
You're an actual crazy person.
You're correct.
Let's go. Which one did I forget that's not the monkey?
So you have the red, which is the spider, which is Uru.
Yeah, yep.
The orange, which is Asla Piscu, which is the hummingbird.
Yeah.
That's the burn FTK one.
Yep.
The yellow, which is Kusiu, which is the monkey.
Okay, so that's, I would never have gotten the name, but I know that.
Then you have blue, which is Kapakapu, which is the giant.
Kapakapu, yep.
Then you have indigo, which is Chaku Chayua?
Chaku Chalhua is the whale.
Ahua. That's the killer whale. Then you have Violet, which is Wirokokaraska, the condor.
Wirokokaraska. Yeah.
And then you have the one you missed, which is Karayahua. I don't know. It's green. It's the lizard.
Oh, the lizard. Yep, I forgot about that. I knew there was one I was missing. So
Yeah,
I don't get the names, but I got the points for the number.
You got the points for the number. That puts you at, what, 5?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
The next one is very hard.
Yes.
Okay.
In Dual Terminal 2, we got the very first Dino-type tuner monster. Who was it?
Okay.
You're
This
laughing too
depends
much.
on-
You know the answer to this.
I'm laughing too much because I know it is a Jurak monster, but I have to remember the release order that they came out in. So, for example, I'm not confirming that this is the answer, but there are 3 dino tuners that this could possibly be.
Whoa,
The first one is
we're halfway there. You got the Jurak
Yeah.
right. I'll say that.
yeah. So it is Jurak. So the question is it Jurak Ilo, is it Jurak Galim, or is it Jurak Dino? Jurak Dino is the level 3, Galim is the level 2, and Ilo is the level 1. If I am right about this, I think Ilo was the one that's in Hidden Arsenal 2, but I have to think about it really quick. Let me just go get my dinosaur deck real fast.
Whoa, chill.
No, that's cheating. What's the set code for Ilo? I know it's not Galim, because I'm pretty sure Galim was in 3. And
See, this is why I felt comfortable asking this question, because it's a hard question.
that's the thing,
But
right?
Your knowledge
even
of the
if I know
card
the
pool is
tuners-
literally insane.
Yeah, well, the thing is, my knowledge of the card pool is great. My knowledge of set order is bad. So this is a great question to ask. I am 99% sure it is Jurak Ilo. If I'm wrong about this, it's probably Dino, but I'm going to lock in my answer that it is Hidden Arsenal 2, Jurak Ilo.
Buddy, those are all from Hidden Arsenal 4.
What?
There was one
What?
released in Hidden Arsenal 2, which is a Jurak for sure.
It's Jurak Monoloth.
No, I forgot about Monolf. Oh, there's no way Monolf is a tuner. Shut up.
It is.
Jurak Monolf. I have failed the Dino community. I cannot believe this.
You know you have
Jurak-
to go leave the Dino server now, right?
No, that's not how that works. Why is this card a tuner? Oh, the reason that I forgot about this is because usually you never play this card. You play the level 3.
Ilo, right?
You play Jurak you play Jurak Dino because it can draw. It's Pot of Greed if you destroy a monster with it.
That's right.
And it also has more attack. I forgot Honestly, I forgot Monolf was a tuner. I literally went through Protops and Monolf in my head, but I forgot that they were tuners. Or Protops is not a tuner, Monolf is. Dang, that was a gimme, but I totally forgot about Monolf.
You know what's crazy is I never would have called that question a gimme.
No, that was a gimme for me. Ah!
All right. So you're still sitting at how many?
I think I have 5 because I was at 4 and then I got the 5th for the Earthbounds.
Yeah. Okay. So you're at 5 points still. This one's brutal. All right. The 2012 YCS Long Beach is credited by some as having saved Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of it by MBT, which is why I feel like you might have a shot at this question. Being, a moderator. This is due in large part to a very diverse top 4 of this event. Much publicized what the top 4 was here. What were the top 4 decks of YCS Long Beach in 2012?
Okay, I'm probably going to get this wrong. I know one of them is Hero. I did watch this video. And I did watch the explanation. I'm pretty sure one of them is Dark World. I have to remember if a wind-up talked this event or not. I know for sure Hero and Dark World. Was this Chaos Dragons? Okay, I'm gonna lock in that I think the third list was Chaos Dragon. Because I know there was a YCS around this time where Chaos Dragon either won the whole thing or had a top finish and it kind of revitalized the format, both because it was a little bit cheap as a deck. and something else. So I'm just gonna say it was Hero, Dark World, Wind Up, Chaos Dragon. Final answer.
You have once again failed the Dino community.
Did Dino Rabbit top at this event?
Dino Rabbit got top 4 here, yes.
It was
Okay.
Hero, Dino Rabbit, Dark World, Chaos Piper.
Okay, to be fair, I did not start playing this game until after Rabbit went to 1. So I don't know anything about Dino before that time.
Fair.
That is very fair, but what I will say is, you just named all the Jurak cards from Hidden Arsenals 1, 2, 3, and 4. So.
The Jurak cards were released after 2012. They were not. Oh no, actually no, they were. No, you're right. You're right because the old Dino Rabbit builds were playing Jurak Guaiba.
Yes.
Yep.
So the interesting thing here is, you mentioned the Chaos Dragon deck that actually released a good bit later into 2012.
Yeah, I must be thinking of a separate event. I know there was like a Chaos Dragon win that was very unexpected at the time, but like I said, my knowledge of this time period is not very good.
Yes, that is. I mean, it's fair, but I figured you might have a chance there off the MBT video.
I got 2 of them right, and I remember those from the video.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't know the other 2.
All right, still sitting at 5 points, which is still respectable in my opinion.
That's way better than I thought this was gonna go.
Question number 9.
Mm-hmm.
This level 2 monster, first released in the Shining Darkness, was the final piece and a key enabler of the Frog FTK deck. What is it?
Okay. So obviously, like the trick. Wait, it was the Shining Darkness. You said.
Yes.
So it's not Substitute because Substitute came out much earlier. I mean, unless you're trying to like trick question me, but I'm pretty sure Substitute was earlier than this. Earlier than the Shining Darkness. I actually have no idea. I want to say the 3 cards that are coming to mind for me right now, as cards that maybe came out in this set, but I have no idea.
In case it helps you, the cover card for the Shining Darkness was Blackwing Dragon, which I just so happen to have an ulti of that I promise I don't just want to show off.
That's very cool, but that doesn't help me at all.
It wasn't meant to help you. It was meant to show off the card.
So the answers that I am thinking of are Flip Flop Frog, Unifrog, or Poison Draw. I am fairly certain it's not Poison Draw because I think that card is older. So it's between Flip Flop and Uni. I think Unifrog was important because it was back row removal, but I don't know if that was like key to strategy. Oh, wait. Maybe it's Swap Frog. Is it Swap Frog? No, you wouldn't give me... You wouldn't give me a question with the answer of Swap Frog. Now I'm psyching myself out. I'm metagaming myself here.
Keep metagaming yourself. You might get the right answer.
This is the stupidest question. There's because I don't know the answer. I'm just naming all the frog monsters, hoping that something will come up to my mind. Oh my god, was Ronin Totem? Was Ronin Totem the card that did this? Because that's the card that lets you like loop the frogs. Is the Ronin Totem? Okay, this is probably wrong. I'm going to say, because you said the wording of the question was like the final piece, right? I am going to say Ronin Totem, final answer.
Oh my god, he got there!
That's correct.
The wording is what got me there. I can't believe I went through that whole journey and ended on Ronin.
You got there. You're just like, it's either this or this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh no, this is not going well at all. But you got there, which is very impressive.
I made it.
So you're at currently
6
points. That's very good. That's very respectable. This is a hard quiz.
I was expecting way worse. I'm happy with this so far. Let's see how far we can go.
All right, number 10, the last and final question, an anime-related question.
Okay.
In the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime, Kaiba Corps ran a contest where people would design a card, and the winning design would get made into a real card and sent into space. Jaden Yuki designed a card that won the contest and got sent into space. What card did he design?
Oh my
And yes, this is a TCG legal card that has seen meta play.
That has seen meta play. Okay. All right. So here's my thought.
And I don't feel like that was too big of a hint because it's a hard question.
Yeah, I have not seen this section of GX anime, but I think the wording of your question has helped me out here. I am thinking of 3 cards, although one I think I have to discount because I might be thinking of the GX manga. So the 3 cards I'm thinking of are Elemental Hero Neos Alias, Elemental Hero Neos, and Elemental Hero Terra Firma. I think Terra Firma is the one from the manga, and I think it got printed in TCG. It's probably not Terra Firma. Okay, because you said competitive, it might be Rainbow Neos for all I know. Like, maybe it's that card. I'm going to say final answer, Elemental Hero Neos Alias.
I'm very sorry. That is incorrect.
Dang, what was it?
Dandelion.
It was Dandelion?
Yes, it's Dandelion.
Okay, I would never have even had a shot.
I literally had to stop myself and be like, wait, Caleb, this was definitely GX, right? Not 5Ds? He's like, yeah.
I thought I would have, that's the thing, I would have thought 5Ds, but...
Yeah.
I mean,
the only reason why I just so happen to know that off the top of my head is because one morning, and I don't know why, this just kind of attached itself to my cerebral cortex. I woke up, saw that GX was playing, watched the episode, and that was the episode.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I will say we didn't just pull that out of Caleb's head. We did verify that before we put it on the quiz.
We did triple check, make sure.
These guys do the work, except for attributes for Plunder Patrols, because they forgot about Divine, the most common attribute.
Yes. Yeah, the most common attribute, surely. Goodness gracious.
You can get the God cards in common print, so they're pretty common.
That's fair.
But would you say it's the most common? I would say that's Mystical Space Typhoon, which is spell.
Could you judge it? Oh, Terraforming has an argument, honestly, for a number of prints, too.
Wabaku.
There's a lot of cards there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The ones that know. The ones that don't know.
You could say we're hoping for a different print.
Oh.
There's a double whammy for you.
For the people that know. Oh man.
Rolling the floor at the moment.
All right.
Hey, 6 out of 10. That's not bad.
It's really
Pack has the W. I'm taking 6 out of 10 and getting out of here. That's a good score.
I was really impressed that you named all of the Fright Fur fusions.
What can I say? But when you spend enough time absorbed in the community, eventually, the reason I know most of them is because people new to the strategy or people who liked it from the anime, when they're asking me for help, are like, hey, is this card good? And I have to break the news to them that as time goes on, we play less and less of the fusions, and some of these cards are just not worth using. It just kind of suck because they're really cool, but just a lot of them are really bad.
And I will say, you absolutely blew my mind when you just started listing off the Earthbound Immortals one after the other. I was like, oh my god!
Shout outs to my twin brother. He was a dedicated fan, and so that's why. That's the only reason.
Respect. I'm fine with that. Respect. Well, before we go, we have one last bit of business to attend to, which is, of course, the podcast question of the day, which I promise I will stop forgetting to post on Twitter. The most recent podcast question of the day was, what is one change that you dislike about the most recent ban list? So we had some good answers. Pot of Desires should have gone to 3. It is less funny going Desires into 1 copy instead of Desires into 2. Yeah, fair. Not a dislike, but confused on the limiting of shooting Riser. We all are.
I have no idea.
Another, I'm really confused about Riser. True. Hulk to 1 is weird, but Ben 10 coming to 2 seems like it could be a problem. True. And Cyber Angel Ben 10 should not have been back at 2 because Drytron can make a comeback. This is fair. I am not a huge fan of Cyber Angel Ben 10 coming back. I'm really not.
I'm curious if it was maybe like a stealth buff to Libromancer, because I know some of those lists are playing Ben 10.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, I don't really see a reason to enable the Drytron deck anymore. It's already still playable.
Yeah.
It's still a decent deck.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm offering the reason.
Fair. All right. Today's podcast question of the day is, what is your most memorable moment from your locals? Be sure to let us know your responses in the Discord server or on Twitter. I promise it's going to be on Twitter. I promise. Because he's already scheduled the tweet.
Yep.
He did it before we started.
I got to. You got to.
Because then we'll forget.
Yeah. All right. So before we go, like I said, please be sure to check out our affiliate links for both TCG Player and Dragon Shield. They are in the description down below. Be sure to check out our other sponsor, ETB Games, in the description down below. Be sure to check out our Twitter, our Patreon if you're interested in those, our Discord server where we host remote duel locals every Thursday evening. And until next time, have a great day, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Au revoir.